We are getting right to breaking news here at 6 o'clock this morning. United Auto Workers are officially on strike. This is from the Jeep Wrangler plant in Toledo, where workers hit the picket line at midnight when the union's contract expired with the big three automakers. This is the first time ever that the UAW has gone on strike against Ford, GM, and Chrysler's owner Stellantis.
Boy, this is big, and the writing has been on the wall for some time as union demands and the automakers' offers have not been close.
And we do want to tell you that local workers at our GM plants in Parma and the Ford plants in Brook Park and Avon Lake, they're not part of this first round of walkouts.
Instead, workers at just 3 plants walked out overnight. And Jay Gray is at one of those plants and kicks off our team coverage this morning live from Wayne, Michigan.
Hey, Maureen, Dave, good morning. We're at the Ford plant in Wayne, just outside of Detroit, where workers joined the picket line at midnight, along with, as you discussed, employees at a GM plant in Missouri and a Stellantis plant, which builds Chrysler vehicles in Ohio. Take a look at the line here. In all, less than 13,000 of the UAW's 145,000 members are leaving the assembly line for the picket line, part of what they are calling a stand-up strike, a strategy they say designed to confuse and keep the automakers guessing as to where the next strike may be. What they're doing is targeting all 3 automakers, but in specific areas, and that could change as this continues. So they say that there could be strikes called at other plants in other parts of the country as they continue to move on. Now, as the talks broke down yesterday, both sides accused the other of not negotiating in good faith. What the union's looking for is a 40% pay raise over the next 4 years, combined with an increase in benefits and more job security. And what the automakers have said is that they can't bear the weight of those demands, calling them extreme. They say they have offered a double-digit raise to the union members. They say that they will increase their pension, and they've also offered some days off and extra vacation time. Both sides still very far apart. Now, look, this is going to continue, union members say, until they can reach some type of compromise. Both sides have said that they are willing to return to the table, and there are indications that could begin as early as later today. So this is still very much an ongoing process, Maureen and Dave, but the strike has started and will continue to grow, according to the UAW.
Yeah, especially if they're still that far apart on the wage demands. So, Jay, that's something we're watching, and we're going to be reporting on it live throughout the morning. Thank you so much for that live look.
6:03 now, and here locally, Northeast Ohio UAW workers will not be hitting the picket lines, but they realize that that could come to any moment, and they are prepared. Austin Love joins us now live from Parma with more on this. And Austin, including what local union members are saying about the strike. What can you tell us this morning?
Yeah, Carmen, good morning to you. Yeah, that could be a reality. But yeah, right now, local union workers here at 10:05 are not on the picket lines. They'll be reporting for work later today. But really, the story is that UAW workers across the country, including here in Northeast Ohio, continue to be fed up with what they're considering unfair wages, unfair benefits at this time. Now, the UAW is calling this a stand-up strike. I'll have more on that coming up at 6:30. But just because workers here at the UAW local 10:05 aren't going to be on the picket lines this morning, that doesn't mean that they won't be called into strike later. They are prepared for that. We spoke with local members who say that they make less than what they did 15 years ago if you take inflation into account, where a lot of this frustration is really boiling over. And the local UAW member and GM worker, Dan Mansky, has seen the same thing for years, he says. He has dedicated his time, he's dedicated to his life for working for GM, and has not been what he believes compensated fairly for his dedication. Here's what he had to say.
All they do is take and take, and they really don't care about us. It's just not keeping up with the times. I mean, the cost of everything is going up, and our wages are flat. I mean, everything's doubled. You know, I can't buy what we build. Our wages have been stagnant. I mean, I have 27 years with the company, and I make $4, not even $4 more an hour in 15 years.
Yeah, local workers, again, will not be hitting the picket lines here in Northeast Ohio because of this, what they're calling a stand-up strike. I'm going to have more details on that coming up at 6:30, including you can hear from the UAW president on what exactly their strategy is for this and what they're going to be looking for moving forward.
Okay, Austin Love reporting for us live in Parma this morning. We will check back in with you on your report at 6:30. We appreciate it.